Mic test. Looks like we're good to go. Test out some transitions here real quick. Looks like we are good. All right, we got Bradley Braves up. That's good. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome to MLB The Show live stream. Got the Chicago Cubs franchise going on here tonight. We got a really fun episode here tonight, guys. We're going to have contests. We're going to have Google Forms to fill out. Like, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I can feel it. So we'll just wait and see if anybody can join in, and we'll hold off for just a little bit, start getting some momentum. That's what it's all about. Modern Hook Design says hello. You in the other room? Let's see how many people we can get in tonight. But for those of you guys going to be watching the VOD, the video on demand. So what this live stream is going to cover, and you can skip around if you feel like you need to. What the live stream is going to cover, we're going to cover the MLB draft, which is going to be taking place in June. So we got about 3 days left in the schedule until we go into the draft. But we got to determine who's going to be in the draft. Number one, that's the main thing we got to get done here tonight. Your boy Jake Matt, hello. What's up, sir? How you doing? What is going on? Heard the Yankees won the ALDS. That sucks. I was rooting for the Guardians in that. I was rooting for Cleveland, but it didn't happen. So we're gonna get Yankees and Astros, Phillies and Padres. So pretty much at this point, I'm hoping for Phillies Astros. I hate the Yankees more than the Astros, believe it or not. Yeah, so I want Phillies Astros and then Phillies win. Like, they're my team for the playoffs. They're my team for the playoffs. So, all right, well, very slow going here tonight. It seems like we got 2 people in. We've now jumped up to 4. Maybe everybody's watching playoff baseball, but that's probably what's going on. But we got a stream to run, and if people join in, then that's fine. If they join in a little bit later, that is A-okay. So what we're going to do, again, just as a reminder, for those that are tuning in, we are going to be jumping it straight into NCAA 07. And from here, what we're going to be doing in 07 is we're actually going to be simulating. Yes, I'd like the CPU to optimize roster. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be simulating this entire season. So I'm not going to be playing any games here tonight for the Bradley Braves series. So I'm going to sim all the way through season 4, and then that way we're going to get a good look at the draft and the prospects, the top guys, and you guys can help me in who you think should go. So that'll be kind of a longer portion of the night. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move into the draft inside MLB The Show, and we'll start drafting players up. And again, so how we're going to do this is we're actually going to spin the wheel. So if I go to the display, actually screen capture, nope, display. We're going to be doing the spin the wheel to determine where those players go. So just like normal, just like usual, that's how we're going to run it. So hope you guys are liking that idea and think that that's fun, because we're gonna have I'm gonna make this a fun stream for you guys that are joining in. We got channel points to give out. We've got some other prizes that I'm gonna be thinking about giving out to, maybe a player in Bradley or a player in the Cubs. But all right, we've been live for about 4 minutes, so we're gonna get going here, and let's just take a look and see how our roster looks here for Bradley. See if we have anybody that could possibly get into the draft here in this season. So player info, we've got Kevin Huffman. He is a custom player, so he's definitely going to be included in this draft. He's a senior, We got Bear Bierbauer, who's a sophomore. Some other guys here that I don't think are quite good enough to come into the draft for us. We don't have any more custom guys here on the Bradley Braves lineup, but we do have a fairly decent team. We got a lot of transfers coming over as well. I do a lot of streaming. Not a lot of streaming. I can't even say that. I was doing a lot of streaming with this dynasty over on Twitch about once a week every Saturday, and just kind of lost a little momentum there with it, so I just kind of gave up on it. But it's not a bad team if you can just quickly scan through what we got going on here. Like Tony Bernhard, not going to be a guy that declares. Like, this game does not get juniors over to the draft. It's only seniors. So we got that guy Hurlbutt, who I've always loved. He's a junior. But we look like we're pretty decent again. So we're going to have a pretty nice season. Recruiting, I'll dive into recruiting every now and then just to kind of make sure that, you know, we're getting good players on our roster still. But for the most part, it's just going to be straight on sim. So we're going to go a week at a time. And let's just get right into it, guys. So let's see how we do against the Rhode Island Rams. Look at that. We win 4-0. We're up on that series. We're 2-0. 2-1. We dropped the last game. But, you know, it's pretty cool to see kind of the long game. We've played the long game with this Bradley Braves team, and now we're kind of back a little bit, being a good team. Let's go to all other prospects. Actually, we want the all other prospects here. There's no interest in us right now, but I'm thinking we probably should be going after some pitchers. Maybe shortstop. No, we got some shortstops there. Second base. Outfield, we look pretty fine. We got Bierbauer's a sophomore. Rex is an 84 sophomore. Matusik. You could probably figure outfield, but maybe third base as well. So we've got top 100 players that are interested in us here. Here's a guy that's perfect. Chris Ozar. What do we got going here with Chris Ozar? He's in attitudes average and academic is excellent. 6 feet, 189. We'll recruit you. And we're going to go all in on this guy here. We're going to visit your school. We're going to come here. Yeah. We're going to do it all on Chris Ozar. Go all in on that guy. See how we do with a week. And again, this is just going to be straight sim. I should load up the live chat here just to see kind of what you guys are saying. Oh, we got some email. Oh, hey, we got 9 people in here. I didn't even realize. Jake Matt's commenting. Leave a like if you like this thing, guys, by the way. Make sure you leave likes on my videos. Need to beat that algorithm. We're going to accept the challenge. I didn't even read what challenge it was, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're sitting there at 4-4. Lost to UNC Greensboro. So we're playing 500 level baseball. That's unfortunate. We'll continue the sim. 5-5. Ooh, we're back up to over 565. So we got to start winning some games here. Otherwise, so we apparently did complete the challenge. That's good, but I didn't read it. Let's simulate this next game against Tennessee. Do a little quick sim. 16-1. Yeah, so we're not quite there yet. we're not quite there yet. All right, what do we got here? Ozar's level of interest. Look at his potential. Like, look at that. He's going to flatline on power and speed, but his fielding's going to go up. His contact's pretty good. So I think we should keep continuing to go after him with a recruiting package and an email and all that stuff. We need to keep going after him. We'll get his interest up pretty high, and then we'll go after somebody else. Later in the week. Now, this is a month in March where I think we should definitely start winning more games. Definitely start winning more games here. You got Lehigh. Oh, man, we're just sucking here. Polka's in the house. What's up, man? Close one against Cincy, 3-2. I don't think at this stage in the game we're going to make the World Series tournament. We're just losing games. It's unfortunate. We're 7-12. We had a better season last year. Look at this, 485 points now. That's right. So Ozar looks like he's kind of losing some steam there. Let's try to go after a big time guy. How about that? Javi Angel. 6'1" left fielder. We'll just send the head coach out there. Go talk to him. Just talk to him. Go talk to him. Oops, don't want to exit out of there. All right. We're going to need a run. We are going to need a run. God, guys. 9-13. Beat Iowa. That's good. How you doing, Gold? I'm good. That's unfortunate that you're sick. Seems like everybody's getting sick right now. My daughter's got a little something going on, it looks like, but we're trying our best to nip it, man, to get it out of there, out of the system. But hope you're feeling a little bit better. I think we're going to request tape. There we go. Keep going after that guy. See if we can nab him. All right. Is this going to be the first time? Nope. I was going to say that we're going to get over 500. That sucks. What's up, Matt? Your favorite classified information guys here, Matt Zimmerman. Yeah, well, good thing I wasn't caught by the FBI or anything. So that's good. Man, 13-17. This has been a disappointing season, guys. Seriously. A very, very disappointing season. Take a look at this guy. Look at Javi Angel. The fielding is not good. Like, he flatlines, but the power is going to increase in the next 2 seasons. The speed is going to increase just a little bit. Contact. I'm not sure what the green line means. I would assume that means throwing because it's not mapped, but pretty good. Pretty good. I think we're going to go all in on that guy. I think he's going to be really good for us. He's a 77 overall. He'd be a 77 overall freshman coming in, so that is hard to say no to. Looks like we've just got April and May left, and that's going to do it for the season. We'll get a little stats update on some guys and find some seniors that are going to be good to throw into our draft class here. Kyle Schwarber just hit a home run, 2-0 Phils. Dude, yes. Yes. Go Phillies, man. It's going to be, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be Phillies, Yankees. Yep. It's going to be Phillies, Yankees. It'll be like 2008 again. Or, 2009. It'll be 2009 all over again. Yeah. And I'm going to be sitting there wishing and hoping that Yankees don't win this thing. That would suck. I know Matt's a Yankees guy, but yeah, that would suck. Danny Linencole? Danny Linencole. That is a great name. That is a great name. He's coming from junior college. He's good and excellent. He's a pitcher, 6'1". I like it. Let's get him out here. Let's talk to him. You know, see what he's like. Does he have a good head on his shoulders? You know? Or is he just freaking baseball jock? Shh, you can cry for your Red Sox. Hey, You watch it, Matt. You know what? You're probably lying to me about all this classified information stuff that you were talking to me about the other day. You're probably lying to me, lying straight to your teeth. It's like, hey guys, I just figured out this. I figured out how I can make this YouTuber look like an idiot. I figured it out. Whoa, look at this dude. Look at that. Look at that potential for this guy. The speed goes way up. So I'm wondering, can he do a little bit of both? Is he like a two-way guy? Contact's a 50. That's going to come way up after his freshman season. So heading into junior year? Oh, no. Okay, so he's coming from JUCO. He's a JUCO right now. So his eligibility is 2 years. So this is all we're going to get from him. 2017 is like the year for this guy. But he would be able to help us. Yeah. I think it's still worth going after. We need another pitcher. We need another youthful guy. So might as well do it. All right, let's keep on simming. 18-6, I like that. But dropping that game. Yes, because that's my biggest wish. Some people, dude, some people have just anger in their heart. State of Franchise Gaming's in here too. What's up, man? What is going on? Got 145 more points. I think that this is probably, that should be enough interest to like go nab that guy, but let's go after somebody that's interested in us. No. It's right here. All other prospects. We need to go after another pitcher. Somebody that we can. Juan Beecham. 6'5". Interesting. Juan Beecham. 6'5". That's a big boy. We'll take it. Love the name. Juan Beecham. Yeah. I just want somebody different to get a W. Padres, Phillies would be cool. Padres or Phillies would be cool. Excuse me. Yes, it would be. I agree with that. What do we got here for targeted? So Juan Beecham is, look at that. So in 4 years, man, we are picking some good dudes. Look at this. After his freshman season, the power numbers completely spike. He's a two-way dude. Starting pitcher, outfielder. Fielding goes up. Speed stays steady. Ooh, this guy is a hidden gem, man. He's ranked 144. Yeah, he's a hidden gem, boys. Juan Beecham. He's going to Beecham. That'd be crazy if we win the... if we get invited to the conference tournament and we win this thing. That would be pretty great. My God, look at... Are we going to end the season 500? It's the race to 500. Can we do it? We got 3 games left. We could go over 500 with a sweep over Creighton. Now, that would be big. Looks like Javi Angel is 100% interested in us. We got Linen Cole. Looks like we could be able to get Chris Ozar, but I'm really going to go all in on Juan Beecham. He's kind of separated himself for me. So let's go with that. We got 45 more points. We can put some on to Linen Cole with an email and some tape. And then we'll go ahead and sim that Creighton series. We need a W here, guys. Man, we need to win this series. Win the series, guys. Come on. Get to 500. No! Then we're guaranteed not to go 500 now. Winning 6-5 and then 23 and 24. So we finished the season 23 and 24, but we qualified as the number 4 seed in the postseason. Gotta love it. So you know what time it is. It's time to get a dub. We're going to lose, aren't we? Now we get or Indiana State, and then we get a loss. That sucks. But we do get Evansville. We get a win. Back to 25 and 25. Now I believe that this is the championship game. It is. It's the championship series. Come on, baby. We can do it. Except Indiana State is 3-0. And we get a loss. So, therefore, they are the winners. Regionals have been scheduled. So, we're going to stop the sim real quick. I'm going to see who the yeah. So, there's your... I don't want this. I want the Missouri Valley. Yep. So, they're your winners. So, Indiana State, they win the Missouri Valley Conference. So, what I want to do right now is we have the College World Series going on. And what I have done over on Twitch is I've allowed my viewers to tell me who's going to win each regional. And for every regional that you get right, so you get the final team correct, like you guess the LA bracket, you pick a team from the LA bracket, and they win, like they're the team that gets to the regional final. So like let's say you pick Utah to get to the finals, you get a player, you get a prospect. But instead of prospects, I'm going to do channel points so that you guys can get in on some action. So I think that that'll be kind of fun. So what we're going to do, we got some people here in the chat. Blue Steel Bow's in here. I'm just seeing who else is in here. We got Matt, your boy Jake Matt, Blue Steel, State of Franchise, RG. Says, when did I get drafted? I don't know. Who's your player? You got to tell me who your player is. And we haven't done the draft quite yet. So, yeah. So channel points at stake here. I will show you guys the brackets. And I kind of want you to type it. So type it out. Don't send it yet. Just type it out so then you can send it in one long message. That way I've got it all in one place so I can go back and I can see who exactly you picked. Does that sound fair? So we're going to go through it very slowly together. And you'll pick a team from these 4 teams, right? So Oklahoma State, Oregon State, San Diego, Houston. Type it out. Don't send it. Just type it out. And then I'm going to go over here to the next side of the bracket, which will be Utah, Charlotte, USC, Long Beach State. I know you guys don't know who's on these teams. You don't know how good these teams are. You have no idea. But that's part of like the fun of it. So just to kind of see if your team can get out a run and get to the finals here. So how we're going to run this is each team that you get correct. So let's say you picked Utah, they get all the way to the finals. That's going to be 50 channel points. I'll give you guys 50 channel points. Same thing here. Let's say I pick Houston, and they go all the way as a 3 seed. You get another 50 channel points. I think that that's fair. Then we'll go over to the next regional. Talk about these teams a little bit. You pick your teams, and we'll keep going. So, all right, I think that's fair. I think everybody gets it. So everybody that's in here, go ahead and type out your answers. I'm going to go through these very slowly so you guys have a chance to kind of process everything. But we've got Oregon State, Oklahoma State, San Diego, Houston. That's on one side. So go ahead and type that out in your chat box, but don't send it. Utah, North Carolina, Utah, UNC. We got Utah and Charlotte, USC and Long Beach State. Next bracket we have UNLV, Pepperdine, Princeton. No, Pacific, Penn State. So UNLV, Pepperdine, Pacific, Penn State. Hawaii, Arizona, Middle Tennessee State, Kansas State. San Jose State, San Francisco, Washington State, Illinois. Texas, Stanford, Cincinnati, Indiana State. Keep in mind that Texas, I think, I could be wrong here, but they're very loaded. They got a lot of 90 overall players, so very possible that they could get all the way to the College World Series. So just to let you know, they also got a few custom players on their team, so very, very good team. Texas, Stanford, Cincinnati, Indiana State. Number 1, Kansas, New Mexico, Evansville, Marshall. And yes, I only want your regional winners. So if you think Kansas is going to go all the way, I want you to type out Kansas. In the Waco bracket, we have UAB, Bama, Pittsburgh, Baylor, Texas A&M, Montana State, Eastern Carolina, Georgetown, South Alabama, Xavier, Clemson, LSU, Little Rock, Wichita State, which again has some custom guys, Miami and Georgia, Florida, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Western Kentucky, Furman, St. John's, St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies, against Tennessee. We saw how Tennessee kicked our butts in the last game. So they're pretty good. Temple, Florida State, Notre Dame, Georgia Southern. We should be pretty close to being done here. Yep, this is the last 2 brackets. Fordham against Ohio State, Elon, Maryland, West Virginia, Boston College, Bucknell, and St. Joe's. So that's your College World Series regional. And again, if you've typed it all out, go ahead and hit send now and let me know who your regional winners are for these brackets. And we're going to go ahead and simulate and see how many of those teams that you got correct. So that's our little game here tonight. And if anybody needs me to go back really quick, I can. But we've been doing this for a couple minutes now, so I think we'll be able to move on. Let's see. We got Jake Mattson. We got Blue Steel. We got Steve. Steve, I have not seen you in the chat. So welcome. I'm not sure how new that you are to the channel, so appreciate you tuning in. Sequestral's pretty good, so if anybody's looking to copy, he's pretty good at this. The dude just cleaned up the last time. All right, so I'm gonna lock this in just a few moments. I'm gonna put lock in the live chat, and once I hit that's locked. Meanwhile, I'm just going to kind of see the... Oh, my God. So Furman was the #1 team in the nation. Holy crap. Furman, Fordham, Kansas, West Virginia. What is that? Furman? The #1 team in the land. Wow. We might have to go look at their roster. That's crazy. Let's go. I think it's no, it's not optimized. It's create and edit player actually. Yep, edit player. So we got to see Furman. Except I don't know where Furman is. They're not in the Patriot. They're not in Mountain West. They're not in Big West. They in Big East? No, they can't be in Big East. They're too small for that. Atlantic 10? There's Fordham. Dude, look at Fordham. Look at all their 90s. Wow. SoCon, maybe? Yep. Peter Giles, Dan Hoover, Berger, Snow, Mullins, McDonald. This is a pretty good team. Furman, pretty good team. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lock it. Seems like we got only a couple players. We got Jake, Matt, Blue Steel, Steve, and Sequestral. All right, sounds good. So we're going to go ahead and simulate. And get a little update to see what those brackets look like. All right, so it looks like San Diego has advanced all the way. It could be Oklahoma State or Houston. USC, Pepperdine, Arizona, Illinois, Cincy, New Mexico, Bama, Montana State, LSU, Miami, Georgia Tech, Tennessee, man. Look at Tennessee, dude. Wow. So Furman against St. Bonaventure. That could determine who Tennessee's going to play. Georgia Southern, Maryland, Boston College. All right, so that's what your updated playoff bracket's going to be looking like here. Go ahead and sim. Super Regionals have been scheduled, which means we're going to go see who won. So here's your finals. If you picked San Diego, 50 points. If you picked USC, 50 points. If you picked Kansas State and Pepperdine, 50 points each. San Jose State, Cincinnati, 50 points each. Bama, New Mexico, LSU, it's not Montana State. It's Missouri State. God, I get their logos mixed up all the time. Missouri State. Miami, Georgia Tech, Temple, Tennessee, Maryland, and Boston College. So now what we're going to do is we're going to even offer up more channel points now. So you guys get to earn more channel points. Pick the winner of this matchup. Then you're going to pick the winner of this matchup. So on and so forth. We got San Diego, USC. This is going to be worth 100 channel points. San Diego, USC. Kansas State, Pepperdine. San Jose State, Cincinnati. Bama, New Mexico. LSU, Missouri State. Miami, Georgia Tech. Temple, Tennessee. Maryland, Boston College. That's your matchups. Post them in the live chat. Now I'm going to go back through this and get you guys your channel points logged in. So so again, one more time, we got San Diego, USC, Kansas State, Pepperdine, San Jose State, Cincinnati, Bama, New Mexico, LSU, Missouri State, Miami, Georgia Tech, Temple, Tennessee, Maryland, Boston College. All right. Fallen Heroes in. We got Jake Matt with an update. I'm going to remove that other comment then so I don't mess up. All right, just a couple more seconds and then we'll get going here. But if you guys need a reminder, man, channel points are a great way if you've got players or if you want to get players in series, custom players. Channel points is how you do it. Either that or Patreon. You know, really the whole idea is I want you guys to be invested in the series that I provide. And the best way to do that is really to get your own player in the game. So, keeps you coming back. And the way I look at it with open submission players is I got to spend time making your player. when otherwise I could be making content. So if you can give me like your attention and play channel points and contests and things like that throughout the series, then you're a loyal viewer, right? So I'm more than happy to create your player and stuff. But all right, sounds good. I'm gonna lock it up, and we're gonna go ahead and sim. This should be the last day of the super regionals. College World Series has been scheduled, and here we go. So let's go back. So the Super Regional, 100 channel points for the winner of these matchups. We had, as the winners, San Diego wins, Pepperdine wins, San Jose State loses to Cincinnati. The 1 seed there loses to Cincinnati. Bama loses to New Mexico in a 4v4 matchup. LSU beats Missouri State. Georgia Tech beats Miami. Tennessee beats Temple. Maryland beats Boston College. So if you guessed those, you are correct. Now, here is the big one. Here's the big one. For 500 channel points. Does that interest you guys? 500 channel points. Tell me who's going to win in this bracket. Who's your champion of this bracket? This will determine the College World Series matchup. So for 1,000 channel points, that means you can buy a player in any series. You can upgrade that player once he gets into the series. 1,000 channel points. This is huge, man. This is huge. Who's it going to be? San Diego, New Mexico, LSU, Maryland, Georgia Tech, Pepperdine, Cincinnati, Tennessee. Each thing is going to be worth 500 points. No, wait. Each guess here, sorry. Each guess is going to be worth 1,000 channel points. If you get this right, if you get Georgia Tech all the way to the finals, 1,000 channel points. If you say New Mexico all the way to the finals, 1,000 channel points. You could possibly get 2,000 channel points right here and right now. That is a crap ton. I just want you to know that. That is a crap ton. So, who's it going to be? Who's your College World Series going to be? Me personally, I think it's going to be LSU. I think it's going to be LSU against Tennessee. Because Tennessee's just that good. Yep, so Steve's right there with me, man. He's got LSU, Tennessee. That's who I've got. Sequestral, actually, I didn't see your comment, but Tennessee, LSU. New Mexico, Tennessee, says Fallen Hero. Your boy Jake Matt, Maryland, Georgia Tech. Blue Steel Bow says San Diego and Pepperdine. So going a little bit on a limb there. Going all California. Jake Matt says, if I get this right, I'm screaming. 1,000 channel points each, guys. Nobody out there wants custom players. That's what you're telling me right now. There's 9 people in here and nobody wants 1,000 channel points. Come on. Come on. That's crazy. I guess nobody cares that much, ultimately. That's sad. That is a sad, sad day. All right. I'm going to lock it then. I'm going to go ahead and lock it, and you guys have a chance. You guys got a shot for 1,000 or 2,000, actually. 2,000 channel points. Here we go. Who is it? Ooh, we're not done yet. We're not even close to done yet. Done yet? Okay, here's who's still alive. New Mexico, Maryland, Tennessee, and Georgia Tech. Oh, for one more game. One more game each, by the looks of it. Or maybe 2 games here for New Mexico. No, actually, just let's see. They're 2-0. They could get to 2-1. Yeah, so this will be the tiebreaker. So they got to play in the G, don't they? So we'll view games here. We got, all right, let's go ahead and simulate this. Georgia Tech wins in 10 innings. Oh my God. They won on a walk-off. They're going to the College World Series. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech wins in a walk-off. Oh my. Oh my. All right, no games scheduled here. And so yeah, New Mexico. New Mexico made it. So I must have read that wrong. But New Mexico, Georgia Tech for all the marbles. The national championship. So who got it? Sequestral did not get it. Your boy Jake Matt got Georgia Tech. And Fallen Hero got New Mexico. Man, you guys did good. You guys did well. So Sequestral and Steve, man, that hurt. That hurt. All right, so now what I'm going to do. So we've done all channel points, right? We've gotten a bunch of channel points flying around. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to offer you the chance at creating a video with me. You guys can tell me what video that you want me to, like, what game do you want me to play? What thing do you want me to do? You have the right to do that. It can be, we can talk about it, but you can talk to me through DM. You can talk to me inside Discord, email, whatever. Twitter, if that's where you reach me. But you can come up with a video idea with me, and then I'll do it. I'll make a video about it. You don't have to get on camera with me. You don't have to get on, like, microphone with me or anything. Like, you don't have to do that. But we're not creating the video together like that. But you can give me an idea for a series or a video. Probably not a series, probably a one-off video. But that'll be kind of fun. So if you get it right, if you're interested in that, you can play. If not, then don't bother. But who's going to win the College World Series? Georgia Tech or New Mexico? That's what's at stake there. And, you can make my next video, basically. So Jake Matt says Georgia Tech. Eddie says don't ignore me this time. What are you talking about? What do you mean I ignored you? What are you saying right now? Fallen Hero says New Mexico. Okay, he's sticking with his pick. So for those of you guys that are just joining in, we got 14 people now. If you pick the winner here, you get to make my next video. You get to tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it, and I'll post it onto my YouTube channel. So that's what we got at stake right now. The fact that Sequestro remembered this, that Georgetown won it last year, I didn't even remember that, but he does. Eddie Benzie says Georgia Tech. Freight Train says New Mexico. All right. I think we're good. We are going to simulate this and get this season over with. So let's view the games here. What is the series at right now? Nope, haven't played yet. All right, so I'm going to view the games here and do the sim this way. So New Mexico wins the first game. They tacked on 2 runs in the 7th and the 8th and won the game. 16 hits, by the way. All right, this could be it. New Mexico wins. Ooh, they're up 2-0. It's the best of 3, so I feel like best of 3. That's it. New Mexico's your College World Series champion then. But we can't get out of it. We can't. What is happening? I can't advance anywhere. Oh, begin off season. Okay, hey, so yeah, New Mexico wins this thing. New Mexico wins it. So Freight Train got it. And Fallen Hero Base Legend got it. So you guys got the question correct, which means there's going to be 2 videos that get created. One video is going to come from Freight Train, and the other is going to come from Fallen Hero. So I got to create 2 videos, gaming related, okay? Gaming related. Whatever you guys want me to do, I got to do it. So congratulations to you guys that won channel points tonight, and congratulations to you guys that won the grand prize, so to speak, helping me create the next video. So now what we got to do is we got to take a look here at some statistics and some award winners and see who these people are, because this is how we're going to create our draft class for the next draft here in the Chicago Cubs series. So let's move on to how many blue chip players do we have? That's going to be kind of like the one main question here for Cubbies. And we're going to simulate this Dodgers game. We're going to simulate... No. We got to get into scouting here. So how many blue chip guys do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 blue chip players. 1 is a starting pitcher. 1 is another pitcher. So we have 4 pitchers that are blue chips. 2 catchers. No first. Second, third, 2 shorts. And 4 outfielders. So that's what we got to look forward to. So let's go ahead and pick our blue chip guys. We need the best 2 pitchers in the game. That's really what we're looking for at the college level. We're looking for the best 2 pitchers in the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's get to a pitching award. Yeah. So Roger Clemens Award. Fordham. Is he going to go? N. Ortiz. He was 11-2 with a 265, 115, 115. He's 188, 5'11". So he's kind of short, but he did carry a pretty decent ERA in college. He was the award winner, so we do have to include him. I think that we do include this guy. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so I'm going to be going to my Excel file, and we need to write that guy down. So we're going to go with N. Ortiz. Starting pitcher N. We'll get the first names here in a minute, but N. Ortiz out of Fordham. All right, so we got to pick 2 guys. Really, that's what we're looking for. We got to pick 2 players. Is there another pitcher that we can look for, like statistics-wise here? Leaders. Maybe like we find the guy that's got the most strikeouts or something. Look at this ERA, though. Morales. 4, and he had 4 wins. It's not enough wins, in my opinion. Who had the most wins? 11 wins. Abreu out of Michigan State. Michigan State. I get Missouri State wrong all the time. He's not bad. What about strikeouts? Look at this guy. 148 strikeouts for this dude from St. Joe's. Oof. He's a junior though, so he's not declaring. Tui? What about this dude? He went 10-5. He's a senior, also 5'10". He's just short. This guy went 10-3 out of Utah. He's a senior. Do you guys like Tillman or Tui? Who do you guys like? Alibaba. Yeah. Eddie Benzie says, you're lucky that I didn't win. Yeah, what would you have done? Tell me, what would you have done? Wonder how many bases Mondesir stole this year. We can look at those guys. I got to see if your freshmen that started in season 1 if they're going to be able to be drafted. I think we got to wait till year 5, but I'm not sure. I got to find those dudes. Fallen Hero Base Legend. All right, you have to win the SEC with New Mexico and revamped. Heisman difficulty. I got to win the national championship with New Mexico. All right. Okay. I mean, I can fail. I will be completely honest with you guys in that video too. We'll see if we, we'll go through the gauntlet and we'll see if we can actually do it. But that'll be that'll be a fun one. So do you guys like this guy? You like Tui, 5'10". He went 10-5, 257, 142 strikeouts, 39 walks. Or do you guys like this dude? Tillman, 10-3, 275. What did they do in their career? This guy went 15-14 in his career. Tui went 21-11. So that's, honestly, I don't think that it's a question anymore. I think it's this. I think it's Tui. All right, we're gonna pick Tui. R. Tui out of San Diego. Perfect. All right. So there's our 2 pitchers. Now we got to go look at how many. Oh, no, we got 2 more guys, actually. We got 2 closers to pick from. So we picked the starter. We don't really, I don't really do the whole like reliever closer thing. So they're just going to be starters. So we got 2 more pitchers to pick from, and then we got 2 catchers. So let's go back to our game here. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll take Tillman and Chigna. Dude went 20-14, 292 Ks in his career. So T. Chigna out of Michigan State. T. Chigna, Michigan State. And then we had what? Some dude named Tillman. J. Tillman from Utah. J. Tillman from Utah. All right, so that's going to do it for the pitchers. Now we got to go look at catchers. 2 catchers. This is kind of what I have to go through, guys, to make sure that I'm like getting players that should be here. Let's go to award winners. We'll look at All-Americans, fine. We'll look at this list. We got G. Franco. You can also play shortstop. 362, 18 homers, 28 stolen bases, an OBP of 449. Contact versus lefties is a 96. Power is an 85. Contact versus righties, 87. His career batting average is 333. Yeah. Okay. G. Franco out of Little Rock is going to be 1 catcher. Catcher. G. Franco. Little Rock. We need 1 more catcher, guys. We might as even well look at second team All-American. Pearson, 379. What did he do in his collegiate career? He's a 369 hitter through 55 games. T. Pearson out of UAB. Sweet. And let's go back to the show. What do we got here? No first baseman. 1 second baseman, 1 third baseman. So we need a second and a third. And again, we can scan these guys a little bit. There are not very many catchers that are going to be winning a bunch of awards, so All-American is a good list to go to. But I kind of want to look at not Freshman of the Year. We don't need to look at that. Conference Player of the Year. I'm not really interested in that one just because there's so many conferences that you can dig through. We needed a second baseman and a third baseman. There aren't any here. But this guy interests me out of Texas, this Beasley guy, 361. 38 home runs this season. Oh, that's his career batting average. My bad. 15 homers, though, this year, 422. So this guy's got to be included. definitely has to be included as one of our outfielders. We have 4 outfielders to choose from. M. Beasley from Texas. I like this guy. So M. Beasley from Texas. Got to throw him in. Most Outstanding Player Award. We got a couple. Yep. So Beasley finished in 6th place on that award. Got another guy here. Second baseman Huss. 348. 297 career. Had a really good year this year, but I think I'm going to pass on him. Let's go to the first team All-Americans. Oh, well, you know what? I can, I guess. He made it first team All-American, so I guess he's the guy. Jay Huss will be our second baseman. Little Rock had a good team that year, it looks like. Now we need a third baseman. He's not going to declare, so that kind of sucks, but let's see if we can find somebody on the second team. Tubbs is a sophomore. What about this guy? Hoover, can he play? Nope, he cannot. Third team All-American? Look at this dude. Desmi, 393. 15 bombs. Career batting average of 366. He's 5'11". That's fine. So out of Pepperdine, we're going to do F. Desmi. F. Desmi. Pepperdine. All right. So we need 2 more outfielders, guys. And then our draft class is pretty much created here for the show. So we got Beasley, we've got Georgia Tech, Ducey, 6'3", and Guyette. All right, Beasley, Ducey, and Guyette. Actually, we need one more. We need one more outfielder. So B. Ducey from Georgia Tech. Tech, and then we got, what's this guy's name? Guyette from South Alabama. What's his first name? L. Guyette from South Alabama. All right, one more outfielder. This guy can maybe be like a defensive guy or something. We'll see if second teamers are any good. Furman, dude, he doesn't hit a lot of home runs. I'm looking for some well-balanced players here. Not going to happen. All right, let's go to the Gold Glove. Let's see, what do we got here? I love this guy's last name. Look at this guy. Pasquiocco? I'm like a little bit Italian. I should know how to say this. Pasiuccio. I like it. T. Pasiuccio. Oh, that's brutal. T. Probably like Tommy Pasiuccio. All right. Cool. All right, that's our draft class, boys. That's it. So those will be our blue chip players coming over from the NCAA 07 series. So we're done. We're done with that. Like, oh shoot, I wasn't even on that screen. I'm a dummy, dude. Look at this. I was just talking about stats. I didn't even see. You guys didn't even see it. Oh, that's brutal. I'm sorry. But here's your Pasiuccio guy. Hit 321 in his career, 12 homers, 388 this season. He's a defensive guy. Was a Gold Glove member. I couldn't even tell you like where we left off. I'm sorry, guys. But we got Guyette, Ducey, and Desmi. Here's Ducey from Georgia Tech. Guyette, 358. And there was a guy here, Desmi. Made third team. All-American. 393. Really good season. 22 home runs in his career. Yep. So that's your list. I'm pretty sure we did second base. Oop, we need two more. We need 2 shortstops, actually. We need 2 more shortstops, and then we are ready to rock and roll here for the draft. This guy's a junior, so we can't have him in. We're going to have D. Hoover from Furman. And then the final guy here. Actually, Bork can't come over. What about Reckling? Can he play short? Nope. This guy. Nope. So we're going to need another defensive guy here. Cox is a junior. Damn. We can have this guy here. E. Myers from Air Force. He'll be a defensive dude. It's always nice to kind of spread your draft around a little bit, just to make sure you get well-balanced dudes. So this is our list, guys. These are going to be the blue chip players that pretty much get drafted first. Then we've got a couple pitchers here, 4 guys. And then we also have our patrons. So we're going to be drafting these guys and spinning the wheel and seeing who goes where. The last thing that we have to take a look at, and I just want to verify some things real quick. We have to take a look and see through the NCAA 07 game. I have to find out where, if these guys through patrons, if these guys are able to get drafted yet. So that is the one thing that we have to figure out first before we move on real quick. These guys right here. Adrian Guerrero, Dalton Jett, Trevor Buckman, Hugo Hayek, Josh Bernard. Because these guys were season 1 Bradley Braves players. So you got to take a look at some of these teams here and take a look and see if they're seniors. And if they are, we have to include them in. So I'm going to do that really quick. We've got and then once our draft is over, I think that's going to be good for the night. One second here. All right. So you got Adrian Guerrero from Northern Iowa. So we'll take a look at where Northern Iowa is. And if he's a senior, then we know he's a senior. So there you go. So these guys have to be included in our patron side of things in the draft. But this is his statistics this season. That's his career batting average. Adrian Guerrero never hit a single home run. But he did have 60 stolen bases, which is pretty darn good. So we kind of know what we're getting out of that. Dalton Jett from Wichita State. He's a senior. He's an 89 overall player. 285 batting average, 29 homers career. So he had a pretty decent collegiate career. I would have expected a little bit more from this guy. He's 6'4", 220. I was hoping for maybe a little bit more production offensively from Dalton Jett, but he's still pretty darn good. He's a lot better against lefties than he is against righties. That's kind of his thing. Let's see if we go to Illinois State here. We got Trevor Buckman, an 86 overall shortstop. Very good defensively. Can steal a bag. Had 26 of them this season. He's got a little pop to him as well. Yeah, and career batting average. I mean, look at what he did. 324 over 107 stolen bases. Yeah, Trevor Buckman's like the real deal. If you want like an overall, like a well-rounded type of guy, Trevor Buckman's your man. Let's see what we got here. So Northern Iowa. We had another player here too. Hugo Hayek. Why isn't he in here? The UNI Panthers. Hugo Hayek. I have Justin Hyatt, but I don't have Hugo Hayek. Maybe he transferred. That's very possible. I'll see if I can find him. I don't know. I'll include him here in the draft class, but I don't know if I can find him. I don't know where he might be. UCLA. We've got another guy. This is a renamed player from the, where am I at here? Pac-10. UCLA. Sven Ragnarsson. 282 career, 24 homers. He's a solid little catcher, it seems like. He seems like he's just going to be a defensive guy. He's got a little pop to his bat, but not much. Well-rounded catcher. Very hard to find. Very, very difficult to find. Next up, we got a player from Stanford, which would be Wilt Montgomery. I think he actually moved to Houston, if I'm remembering right. Wilt Montgomery. I think he went to Houston. So we'll take a look at Houston here really quick. I'm pretty sure that was the case with this guy. Yep, there he is. Wilt Montgomery. Career batting, 80 games, 6 hits, 250. So he can do it. He can hit just a little bit. Pitching stats this season: 6 wins, 2 losses, 374, 77 strikeouts, 25 walks. Career 211 strikeouts. You want to talk about control? 211 Ks, 106 walks, 390. Gets a little erratic at times, but he did go 19-12. What did he do this season? Yeah, 6-2 and 374. So Wilt Montgomery, 82 overall player, not too shabby. Could have been a little bit better, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Do you have somebody from the SEC? No, we have someone from the ACC, which is Josh Bernard from Wake Forest. There he is, an 84 overall pitcher. 0-4 this season. Sucks, but 22-13 for strikeouts to walks. Career, he went 1-5 through 54 and 2/3 innings. So he just did not get. Wait, why is he a sophomore? What? Justin Bernard. Oh, I'm looking for Josh Bernard. He must have transferred. That's hilarious. We have a Justin Bernard. Wow, that's funny. I'm looking for Josh Bernard. Wake Forest. Well, I don't know. I don't know where he went. But we'll throw him in the draft class anyway. Booker Scorp, senior. 22 homers, 98 ribbies. He's all power. That's all this guy is. Look at the contact numbers there for Scorp. 79, 78, but look at the power. 82, 99. Really good speed for a first baseman. Play third baseman as well. Third as well. Chips in a little bit with stolen bags. All right. Well, yeah, it sucks because I'm not going to be able to find these guys. There's no way that you can search for any of these dudes. So I'm going to throw them into the draft class, even people that we're missing. And then we're going to get that draft started, guys. So let's go back over here to game capture, and we're going to get these players in. So these will be patron positional. Guerrero, Jet, Buckman, Hayek. Hayek was a third baseman, second baseman. Montgomery is a pitcher, so I got to take him out. He's going to be in the patron pitchers. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. Are you ready for the draft? I'm ready for the freaking draft. Let's do this thing. Let me pull up the chat. I love sucking on your toes. Hi. Am I allowed to buy another Cage of 6 player? Yes, you are. Yeah, nobody's really said anything. Okay, let's get the draft underway, boys. And again, the blue chip guys will be the CPU players. And if we land on any of the positional players for Patreon, that will be like negated. Like, I want the CPU guys to be kind of the blue chip guys. So we'll just roll it again. We'll spin it again. All right, let's get this thing underway. We're going to sim. And we're going to go to the draft. All right, so the Oakland A's are on top first. Where do we pick? 22nd. I believe that there's more than 22 players in this draft, so we'll see how it all shakes out. But let's go ahead and sim until our pick, which we have the 22nd. And just because I want to show you guys step for step here, let me get the window capture up. We're going to pull that up just a little bit right there. Perfect. And we'll move that up here. Just kind of out of the way a little bit. Okay. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. You'll see it when it pops up on who they draft. So, okay. Here we go. So, Tommy McKenzie was a blue chip guy. And he was a starting pitcher. So, we're going to have to go here to NCAA people, which is going to be these guys here. Tillman, remember these dudes? These are who we picked. Chigna, Tui, Ortiz, and Tillman. So from this list, this is going to go who's going to go to the Oakland A's. And we got Chigna from Michigan State. Next up, we got the Twins. This could be any position, by the way, guys. Even though he's an outfielder, this could be a catcher. It just doesn't matter to me. Passachicho. He's gonna be a blue chip man. All right. Pirates. Anthony Michaels. They keep loading up on that pitching, man. They're getting better. The Reds are getting better in the Central. They get the best pitcher in the game. Ortiz out of Fordham. He actually won the Roger Clemens Award. So that's going to hurt. Beasley. Oh, man. Beasley's going to go to the Diamondbacks. I wanted this dude. This guy's pretty good, man. One of the better outfielders across the game. Royals up next, taking a positional player. We don't actually get another pitcher until the Reds. So the Royals are going to take this dude, the catcher out of UAB, Pearson. Angels, Giants, O's are next. Ooh, even battle between Huss and Desmi, but Angels are going to take guy out of California, Pepperdine, third baseman Desmi. Giants, second baseman Jimmy Huss out of Little Rock. Orioles. What you got, Orioles? You got a catcher, two outfielders, two shortstops. What are you going to do here? I don't like that pick. I don't like him taking Franco. Franco's a really good player, good catcher, but they got Adley Rutschman. Like, he's going to be there for a long time. I don't know what they plan on doing with that catcher. Guardians next. If you wanted my pick, I don't think that there's any wrong pick here. Everybody seems like they're pretty even, but they're going to take Ducey, World Series participant in college. Next up, we got the Reds. They're going to draft a pitcher. They got two to choose from. And they're going to go with Jay Tillman out of Utah. You guys probably have no idea who that is, and why should you care? I don't know. White Sox will take this guy, Tui, so I'm not even going to spin the wheel here for him. There's just really no point. Next guy up will be the Marlins for another blue chip man. Be between two shortstops or Guyette, the outfielder. And it looks like they're going to take the outfielder Guyette. And next up, we got the Rays and the Mets. Mets are taking a pitcher. The Rays will take shortstop E. Myers. They probably should have gone with Hoover because Myers more that defensive guy, but you know, when you're in this late in the first round, it's not really a bad pick either way. The Blue Jays would be up next for another positional guy, so they're going to take this guy Hoover. Again, no reason to spin, so Blue Jays will take Hoover, which leaves the Mets with a couple pitchers to select, and that means we're done with the NCAA 07 draft class. We're going to be talking about our patrons now. So our patrons are up on the board. We got 3 pitchers to choose from for the Mets: Marco Polanco, Joaquin Gunnarsson, and Wilt Montgomery. And they're going to take starting pitcher Joaquin Gunnarsson. So we've already done the Blue Jays. We're going to jump down to the Phillies. And then the Cardinals. Both guys are taking pitchers, so whoever is not taken is going to go to the Cardinals. Phillies will take Marco Polanco, which means that our boy out of Houston, Wilt Montgomery, is going to go to the St. Louis Cardinals, which he's going to be a thorn in our side. I can just feel it. Seems like this always happens to us. All right, which sends us here to the Nationals, Rockies, and Rangers, all taking positional players. And your guys' custom prospects from Patreon are up on the block. So Booker Scorp, big-time power hitter. We just talked about him from Iowa. He's going to go out here to Washington Nationals. Colorado and Texas up next. Colorado is going to take Hugo Hayek. And I was looking for this dude. I couldn't find him in NCAA 07. He probably transferred out of the original school that I had him listed as, but that's okay. So Hugo Hayek goes to Colorado. Next man up. I skipped the Yankees. Good. They don't need anybody. We're skipping the Yankees. You know what? Let's have Trevor Buckman go to the Yankees because that actually works out perfectly. Because he's actually a Yankees fan, this guy that submitted Trevor Buckman. So if I missed the Yankees, I'll go back and look. But if I missed them, then we'll have Trevor Buckman go there. If not, then he's going to go to the Rangers. Either way, whoever the Rangers pick here will just swap, I guess. But if not, Buckman will go there. But thank you, good call out, Elias. If that was, I don't know. I probably did. Rangers catcher Sven Ragnarsson from UCLA, so watch out for him. Which leaves us to our pick. Who are we going to take with our pick here? We've got a couple options, and I will give you guys a quick look here at the Cubs franchise list. Got a couple options. So we had Polanco was taken. Gunnarsson was taken. We've got Jason Newton. Let me zoom in here and change the way that the screen looks. So we got a couple guys to consider here. We got 2 $10 patrons, which these guys would be 70 overall players, B potential. Polanco was taken. Gunnarsson was taken, which really means, in my opinion, it's either got to be Jason Newton or it's got to be Kentaro St. Pierre. And we've got a switch hitter. That's Kentaro St. Pierre. He's a shortstop outfielder. Or you could go with a third baseman, second baseman, which is Jason Newton. We got a little Jazz Chisholm going on, Starling Marte, African-American player. No backstory for Kentaro St. Pierre, but we do have some for Jason. Grew up in Compton, California, big-time basketball fan. Grew up debating MJ versus LeBron with his friends constantly. Always an athlete, picked up a bat for his little league and excelled so much that the local baseball scouts found him and helped him and his parents get him to prep school. Drafted out of high school. Okay, well, let's see. Player comparison would be Willie Mays Hayes. So he's kind of a speedy guy. I wouldn't necessarily say he's got a lot of power. But if he's Willie Mays Hayes, he's pretty quick. He's a quick little guy. So what do you guys want to do? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you want Kentaro St. Pierre or Jason Newton? Just because of the backstory, I kind of want Jason Newton. I'm not at this point really considering like the $10 patrons or the $5 patron just because of the overall rating. These guys are 75 overall A potential. So it's like they're sitting there, you got to take them. They got to take them. So I'm anxious to hear what you guys have to say about it. Who do you think? You want Jason or you want Kentaro Pierce? The one thing that I would say is at third base, we've got Devers. Second base, we just drafted a guy, Sebastian Salvatore. Shortstop, outfield. Who knows how long Nico Horner's going to want to stay here? I don't know. That could be a possible problem for us. So having a guy at 6'2" at shortstop is not a bad thing either. He can play a little outfield. Freight Train says, I can't believe I forgot a backstory. You better come up with one on the fly. Come up with one on the fly, man. You hating on Lonnie, says Tom? It's not that much of a difference, right? 70B versus 75A. Let's see what we got here for Lonnie McQueen. What do we got here for Lonnie McQueen? 6'2", shortstop second. He is in the vault, so we could actually go look him up if we wanted to. He is a former state champion sprinter. Lonnie was given the nickname Lightning by the local press, playing off of his last name. On the diamond, Lonnie is known to take multiple bags whenever he gets on base. So he's a stealer, man. We don't have any speed on this team. Not a lot of it anyway. Just there's not a lot of speed getting on those base paths. A great defensive shortstop as well, though the bat needs work. Also, he hates the movie Cars. That's fun. Yeah, go figure. McQueen, hey McQueen. That's unfortunate. He probably grew up long before the Cars movies ever came out. So what are you guys thinking here? Got a couple options. I'm feeling Jason Newton. Feeling a little Jason Newton action here. He was more of a Bugs Life kind of guy. Bugs Life is underrated. Don't you talk shit about Bugs Life. Bugs Life is an underrated movie. All right, guys, we're going to take Jason Newton. That's who we're going to go with. So I'll just take him off the list. And we will go ahead and draft this man right here, Ezra Castilla. Because, again, you can't change the hot and cold zones. And if you do more simulating than you do playing, those hot and cold zones will matter. But this guy I was looking at him, this Matt Herrera dude, we would just rename him, we would just rename Jason Newton from this guy. But I kind of like Castilla's hot and cold zones versus what Herrera's got going on. Salinas, not very much. Mueller, not very much. So we're going to take Ezra Castilla and go from there. All right, so as we simulate even more, man, look at all this. Man, we don't have a second-round pick. Wow, we have to get to round 3. Wow. Man. So it was important that we hit that. Very important that we hit that draft pick right there. All right, so the Brewers are next. There aren't any pitchers available to pick from, so we're going to skip them. So they will stick with this CPU-generated guy, Angel Baroa. Tigers, same thing, Amelia Cordova. Herrera next up there. Bruno Diaz, second baseman for the Padres. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel, see who they take. Alibaba. Newton, because typically you take the best person available. Yeah. And look at that. So Lonnie McQueen going to the Padres. So he's going to be living life, you know. He's got a fast car name, and he's going to be living life in San Diego. It's a good move out there for him. Braves, Red Sox, Dodgers. That's who's coming up next. Ooh, looks like Kentaro? Maybe? Oh! Adrian Guerrero is going to go to the Braves. Now, these guys coming from the Bradley Braves series, guys, just so you know, they will be a higher overall rating coming out of the gate because they had to spend 4 seasons in that franchise series or that dynasty in order just to get here now. So now that they're here, I want to make them like immediately good right out of the get-go. So if you played inside the Bradley Braves series, that's where we're going to go. We're going to pick you. Now, I probably should have considered that. I probably should have considered, you know, taking a guy like Dalton Jett or Josh Bernard or Adrian Guerrero. Probably should have considered that, but I don't want to really cheese it. I want the CPU to kind of have a guy. So I think that's kind of fair. Ulysses Herbert goes to the Red Sox. Next up, the Dodgers. Watch, the Dodgers will probably get freaking Dalton Jett. Watch this. Watch what happens. No? All right. So we got lucky there. Kentaro St. Pierre going to go to the Dodgers, and I believe Freight Train finally did get a backstory in here. He's a 2-sport athlete in both baseball and basketball. Kentaro ultimately chose baseball long term. Never the flashiest guy. He let his actions speak more than words ever could. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take his team to the big championship, but made plenty of first teams. So the Dodgers get a winner. The Dodgers get a good player, as usual. Marlins will take a pitcher. We got a good run on pitchers here. Marlins, Twins, and A's, so we got to skip them. The Rays are up next. I'm kind of hoping that Dalton Jett goes here. Kind of hoping for that. Nope, they're going to go with Joe Bell, third base catcher. Does Joe Bell have a backstory? Does Joe Bell have a backstory? We got Joe Bell from Josh Bankston, patron. No backstory. Did we get another backstory here from Marco Polanco? Yes, we did. Marco always seems to find his mark. A pitcher known for his control and break, then straight heat. Marco found his way through college baseball with excellent sequencing. So he's actually going to be out of high school. So all these guys that are coming straight into the Cubs series are coming out of high school. The Bradley Braves guys are going to be a little bit better than them because they played in college. So, yep. Other than that, that's really the only backstories that we got here. So, but Joe Bell being taken by the Rays. And we got Tigers, Brewers, Reds, Mariners, another run on pitchers. Athletics are up next, and then the Twins. And that'll do it for our draft. And looks like, the A's are going to grab Dalton Jett. And Josh Bernard will go to the Twins. And just for the heck of it, we'll spin it off. And that concludes our draft for custom players. So Josh Bernard, there you go. Going to the Twins. Sweet. Well, that means we're done with that side of things. Now let's just go ahead and get to drafting, guys. Let's finish this draft off. And I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help in the chat. Who do we want to take? Who's our pick? We don't have a lot of accuracy on some of these players. We got a closer here. Throws an... he's 20. Look at that. He throws 99. We've needed closer. We have needed closer. A young closer at that. Got some pretty good accuracy on this guy. Like the 80 velocity, 80 break. That's the potential to be elite. Control could use a little bit of work. Home runs per nine is good. Walks per nine, that's, again, part of the control issue. K per nine is high. Hits per nine is pretty good. He's 23 years old, though, so that's kind of a red flag to me. But he looks like he's pretty solid. Geraldo Rosado, 6'2", shortstop. Interesting. Cyrus Madrigal. Hey, if we lost Nick Madrigal, let's take another one. Let's take Cyrus Madrigal. 5'9" player. What else we got? Milt Robertson. 6'4", 19. Looks like a project player. Frankie Michaels. 6'2", 20 years old. I'm seeing a lot of mid-level guys here. Let's sort this by potential. And see what we got going on here. Nate Jimenez. 5'11". Four-seam change curve slider. Not a lot of accuracy there. Benedict Moore. Ooh, a left-hander that throws 97. A cutter at 95. Whoa. Oh, man. Look at this dude. 97 four-seam, sweeping curve 83, 90 slider. Holy crap. Benedict Moore. MLB ETA 2027. Which would be not... So in 2 seasons. That's crazy. Jonas Ramirez, 6'5", 19 years old. Are you guys impressed with that guy? Benedict Moore? I kind of like the idea of that. I know sometimes you don't want to fall in love with these guys too much because they can be C potentials, which would be bad. But first base, we do have Pierce, so we're very deep there. It says we're thin at starting pitcher and closer. So I'm thinking Benedict Moore. Jimenez, 5'11", 23. I don't know too much about this pick. The potential of a 65. Brian Morris, 5'11" again, too. He can hit a little bit, too. He's a switch hitter. 94, 84, 81, 85. Grover Plank. Look at this guy. Grover Plank. Four-seam, two-seam change, curve, splitter. 20 years old. 6'5", 203. He's got some good size to him. Control could possibly be elite. He's got elite level velocity, elite level break, elite level K per nine. I think Grover Plank might be the guy. Tom says he doesn't have... So Benedict doesn't have a pitch to get righties out with. And he's 25 years old, too, by the way. I didn't notice that. He's 25 years old. He is old. Like, he's got to make an immediate impact if he's coming in here. But, yeah, to your point, against a righty, like, everything's breaking in on the righty. Nothing's actually, like, coming at him. Technically a cutter. That cutter you could run high and in on him, though. But that's about it. Slider down and in. That's about really it. The age for Benedict Moore is scaring me a little bit, so I do like Grover Plank. I'm on board with Plank. I'll see myself out, says Tom. Moore sounds like a really good option. The only thing would be the fact he's 25. Yep. Good call there, Freight. Plank says average Cubs fan. He says Plank. So we got some dudes. that said Plank. I say we go for it. You know, it's only round 2. Or actually round 3. We're in round 3. Here's another option for us. We got Jason Pagan, 6'1", 21. Four-seam curve, splitter, slider. Out of Michigan. Just not as good. You know, we're not quite there with the scouting as Freight mentioned. But he's got a 2029 plus. Projection. Daryl Bichette. 4-seam, change, curve, sinker, 2-seam. So he's got a really good pitch mix. Look at this guy. This is interesting. Daryl Bichette. 4-seam, change, curve, sinker, 2-seam. That's actually a really good pitch repertoire there. But Grover Plank's got that velo, man. He's got that velo. He's 6'5". He's a monster. I think we're going to go with Plank. Time to just make a decision. Grover Plank is our call. Watch him be a D potential. So we got 3 more rounds to go. And let's just see if any of our guys are still available. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Just sort it. Sort it. Potential. ETA. Sam McCollum. 92, 87, 84. Nate Jimenez. I think we looked at Nate Jimenez before. Stanley Kato. Out of Japan. 6'3" dude out of Japan. 98 4-seam, 83 curve, 91 slider. What about his movement, though? Break. Above average. Could be elite at break. Stanley Kato. He's interesting. Well, Jose Jimenez. Not enough velo for a closer, in my opinion. 88. Well, guys that we've scouted. Geraldo. Cyrus Madrigal. God. Madrigal's not bad, though. Those hot and cold zones, we've got some good scouting on him. He might be worth a flyer right now. He's got an ETA of 2026. He's 65 overall. Potential. He could be an above average type of player. This guy's probably like a D or a C potential. I'm feeling that. Definitely. Is there anybody that you guys kind of want to look at? Got that Jason Pagan guy. Stanley Cato's just kind of sitting there though too. I'm not like totally interested in like a positional player right now. If I had to be quite honest with you, we're just loaded. We're just loaded at spots. We're young. We're loaded. It's tough, man. Very, very tough. Maybe we go with Rosado because he's a flyer. Show Jimenez again. I think he's 75-80. Tom says, yeah, Cato could be a guy that comes out of the pen. You wanted to look at Jimenez. 92, 84, 81, 83. The break is decent. It could fall though. It could easily fall. It could stay put. The lack of scouting kind of bugs me a little bit. Especially with the ETA. A lot of these guys that are high in overalls for youngsters, but there's C potential. Like they're immediate impact guys, but they'll never pan out. But overall wise, Jimenez, this guy Sean Riley. We don't need an outfielder though. We just don't even need to consider it. Yeah, I think it's got to be Cato. I think he's 18. Devastating velo. I think it's Cato, guys. I do. Stanley Cato. He's gonna be our pick. All right, 2 more guys, and then we'll log off for the night. We could take Jimenez right here too. But it looks like our dude, our boy was taken here. We could just go hard at pitching. Like we took Castillo, we took our patron guy, we took 2 pitchers, Plank and Cato. We could go after it again. Yeah, Daryl Bichette. Bichette was interesting just because of his mix. 95, 94, then the breaking stuff, 89, 81, 84. It's pretty nice. Got a lot of pitchers to choose from, guys. A lot of pitchers. And then we get into the 2029 projections. What do you want to do? Jimenez feels like a boomer bust. Freightrain says, I agree with the Cato pick. He got some time to develop at 18. He can be good out of the bullpen. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, I'm not sure what else to do here because we just don't have a lot of scouting on a lot of these guys, and we should cash in on a lot of these pitchers, I think. That's really what I'm thinking because some of our guys are getting a little older. We're running out of options for minor league options, so might as well just throw a dart at it. Let's go Jonas. He's 19 years old. We'll go Jonas Ramirez. And our last pick. Our last pick of the draft. Look at all these arms. Look at all these arms. We might as well take this Joe Jimenez guy. Closer. Let's see what he can do. All right. All right. Let's see how our draft did. I don't think that it's going to be very good. I'm just going to be straight up and honest with you. I don't think it's going to be very good. I would be surprised if we got one single B potential player. I would be surprised. So let's take a look, guys. Are you ready? Any guesses? Any guesses in the chat? We got 6 people in here. How many? Let me ask you this. How many B potential players did we just draft? If you get it right, I'll give you 50 channel points. I got a lot of work to do over the next couple days logging your channel points, but let me know. Let me know. If you get this right, we'll give you 50 channel points. How many B potential players did we just draft? Freight said solid 2 or 3. I'm thinking 1. I'm thinking 0 or 1. 2 B's, the rest C. I think we might have gotten some D's thrown in there, man. I don't think it was very good. All right, let's find out. Signed draft picks. Here we go. Okay, so Ezra Castilla, that's a B potential guy. That doesn't count. But I'm not counting that in this question. So I'm not counting him. I'm counting the rest of the CPU dudes. How many B's did we get? We got 1 B. So Grover Plank has got 99 velo. Oh my god, dude. He's going to be a beast. You just let him sit there in the minor leagues. He'll get it figured out. He'll be fine. Cato is 67C. 70 flatline. Ramirez is 58C. And Jimenez is 67C. So Jimenez has got some pretty good stuff, though, I guess. You know, he can work on that. The stamina's low. Velo's a little low. Control. Yeah, he's going to be a project player, but that's really all you expect out of him. But I do like our picks, though. The Plank, Cato, and Ramirez pick. These guys can just sit there in the minor leagues and just grow. I don't care how slow it takes you. I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be nice little depth pieces. But I expect Plank and Cato to kind of make appearances in this series at some point. I do. And of course, Castilla is just a renamed guy anyway, so he's Jason Newton. That's our boy. Let's take a look at some other teams and how they did. So the Reds had some Ds thrown in there. The Brewers had a decent draft. I mean, all things considered, actually the Pirates did really good. They got 2A potential guys. I don't know. I think we might have actually done all right. We definitely didn't do like top tier work there, but I think we did all right. Look at this dude, Chang Ho Wong to San Fran, 67 overall, 98 potential. Defensive guy, Guadalupe Maldonado. He's actually gonna be a custom player. Yeah, I think, by comparison for how many guys we drafted, I think we did all right. The Tampa Bay Rays, I think they won the draft. Look at that. 2 Bs in round 3, round 4. Look at Benedict Moore. God. Guys, we dropped the ball on Benedict Moore, man. 88 potential player. 66 overall. But the age thing it freaks me out a little bit. Like, if you think about his cap, like, what's his ceiling and what's his floor? Because the age is going to start kicking in. The regression's actually going to start kicking in at, like, what, 29, 30? So he's really got 5 years as a 66 to get to a good point in his career where he's being used. He might actually never see the big leagues. It's very possible he never sees the big leagues, especially with how the progression system in MLB The Show works. Like, it takes you forever to grow that overall rating. I think, as much as that kind of stings to look at, we might have dodged a bullet there. Maybe I take that back. But, yeah, overall, look at this guy. Mitchell King, a 90 for the Guardians. Tigers had a terrible draft. Look at this. Ugh. That sucks. We had a very similar draft to the Royals, by the looks of it. A lot of C's in there. Yep. All right, well, we did pretty good, I think. We did all right. All-star voting. El Padillo Dale. Look at this guy. He's from Auburn. Center fielder for the Pirates. He's getting some love. Any of our guys in here? There's Shohei. 356. Josh Dreifert, another custom guy from NCAA. Cornelius Kane, Patrick Hughes, Daniel Anderson, Timothy Pierce getting some love. Ron Street. I love this. Love seeing our custom guys like getting in. Nick Magical, dude, 265. That sucks that we let him go on accident. Mikey Porter, there you go. Dalton Jet. I don't know if you're watching, but there's your dude. 12 homers, 44, 275. Like, he's all the way up to an 87. Buddy Kennedy, another custom guy. Patrick Wisdom's hitting 243 out there for the Rockies. Chris Morel, 347 this season. Look at that progression. Nice. That's a huge jump for him. 36 games played. Take it. Shortstop. Look at Adam Donato. You guys remember Adam Donato? Do you remember watching any of the games with him? I think in the playoffs, this guy was... No, it was towards the end of the season. My bad. End of the season, game 162. Donato, one of the top draft picks there for the Nationals. Hitting 261. O'Neal Cruz. Matt Segal. Hitting 300. Benintendi's a National. That's funny. Chris Bryant's third. 278. Lewis K, my boy. My boy out of San Diego. Look at this guy. Rookie season. 248. 7 homers. Doc D. I think, Tom, didn't you submit Doc D? Somebody in here Patreon guy. 234. I think this is his rookie season. Yep. Rookie year. We got El Padillo Dale, 306. Nothing else to talk about there. It looks like right fielders, Simeon Karev, 270. I think Dominic Canzone is real. And let's go to the AL side of things and see if we can find anybody in here. Ooh, Kevin Gardner out of Little Rock. Look at this. Really good player. Look at, he's taking the next step. The Royals, man. The Royals look pretty darn good. They're getting better. Victor Worcester out of Oregon State. I remember that. I think he was our year one guy. I love to see it. I love custom guys just getting some love. Any catchers in here? Harry Ford. He's real. Oh, Henry Prince from the Yankees, I think. Henry Prince. 390? 16 at-bats? Man. He's killing it. Wow. Out of Hawaii. Oh, Chris Wagner. Another catcher here. Chris Wagner for the Tigers. He's hitting 196? Come on, Chris. You're supposed to be the next up-and-comer. Midre Ryan from Vanderbilt. This dude has been hitting since he came up to the big leagues. Not a very good OBP, though. Not a very good OBP, but he does produce. He does produce, so you just take it. Sean Schaefer, I don't remember where he's from. He might be a custom guy. Although I don't think so. I don't think that's... I don't remember, guys. But I wouldn't have done that to a patron, though. Giving him that lefty-righty split. Joey Randa. Look at this guy from Georgia Tech. 307. I'm just taking a look at the comment section, what you guys are saying here. Let's see, how long did I miss? Max Brand, when are we going to start doing games again? What do you mean? What do you mean by games? Like playing the games? What do you mean? Has my guy hit the majors yet? Which one, Tom? You guys, honestly, you have to be more specific because I don't. You have so many players in this. You got to tell me who they are because I'm going to forget. Like, I'll know when I see them here, like Joey Randa, Jay Kinney. Like, I'll know it when I see them. But you guys are going to have to, like, remind me to go look for a guy because I'm not going to remember. That's just a fact. That's a matter of fact. Any third baseman to take a look at? Greg Kroenke. Where is he from? Indiana. Notre Dame. That's it. Notre Dame. 233. Shortstops. Michael Ift from Indiana State. The year one senior from Bradley Braves. 319 for the Blue Jays. Ooh, David Gonzalez. Look at this man, dude. He's a beast, dude. Look at this. 317, 10 homers in 60 games. Yeah. 364 OBP. Dude, he's going to be legit. He's an 88A right now. He was tearing the cover off the ball down in AAA, too. Top 50 prospect. Lee Southall, 242. I don't remember where he went. I think he went to Creighton. Wilbert Garabedian from New Orleans. The Pirates. Decent player all the way around. Hit 33 home runs last season. Holy crap. I like to see that. Center fielder's Chris Rosario. Look at all these guys. I love it. Look at David Gonzalez, Chris Rosario. I love that. Starting to see some patron love, some year one Bradley Braves people coming up. Look at this dude. 344. I wanted this guy out of LSU. But they snatched him right in front of us. That sucks. Eric Belmont, that's a patron. 226. Very consistent player for the Yanks. And then right fielders, and then we'll, if there's anybody that wants to see their players, they can. But yeah, 235 for Carter Billiker here. Rookie season, I think he should have. I think he won Rookie of the Year for the AL. I think it was Midre Ryan. But then again, he's been here for 3 years. Billiker was here in. This is his second year, so I think they overlapped a little bit. Adam Reams, 239. All right, so it's kind of a good look. Now let me go back here to the comment section here. So we got to look up Kane Thomas for freight. Max says baseball games like last year playing in various stadiums. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't mean to be mean, but I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about the GGBL? Like the stadiums that I created for that league? Like that one's been all done. That one's been done for that one's been done for a while. Nobody watched it. So that's hard to do, 30 teams trying to run a league that nobody's watching. It's like, what's the point? Tom Cloutier says Tom Cloutier. That's funny. Probably Texas, I think, is where he went. Tom Cloutier. There he is. Tommy Cloutier is being blocked by 34-year-old Marcus Semien. He's an 80 now. Good progression across the board. AAA stats, 362. Only played in 10 games, though. So who's he getting blocked by? Duran? Yeah, he's getting blocked by Ezekiel Duran. And Justin Foscue. So that sucks. But I think when this season comes to pass, I think that Cloutier is going to get the go-ahead for playing time over these guys, because the depth charts and stuff, you got to either wait for an injury or something, and then the overall will kick in. Like, the show is not smart enough to say, oh, you're 80 overall, you should be the starter. It should work that way, but it doesn't work that way. So you got to wait for an injury for one of these guys, or a call-up or something, in order to get going. If I go to next season, it's likely to take place. But and then we got to look up one more guy for the Tigers, I think. Kane Thomas. Kane Thomas. There he is. Kane Thomas. He's still in the single A. But him being 21 years old, I think he was just drafted. So he's seen a little bit of progression. Yeah, because he was a 75, 21. Yeah, so he was just drafted. So you go into spring training next season, he'll likely be on the minor leagues and could be on a major league team. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. No, I mean, Max, it was a great series. A lot of people liked it initially. I had a lot of fun doing it, but after a while you got to make a tough call. You can't do, as someone who is trying to create good content and content that gets seen by a lot of people, you can't just sit there and you can't spend hours of your life doing this stuff and then only 200 people are watching it. You know what I mean? There comes a time and a place where you're just like, this is kind of pointless. It's like a waste of time. Even if you love it so much, which I did, it was a passion project of mine. It's something that took so many hours to do, just to create the stadiums, the uniforms, working with logo designers. I came up with all the logos that I made on Photoshop and then I gave them the Photoshop files, and I said, "Can you make this in the show?" They said, "Yep." It costs you money though. So not only the time and the money and the delivery, like I had to do it every day almost. I had so much fun with the GGBL, but nobody watched it. So it's like, what's the point? What's the point? So Tom Cluche. So I'm glad that you loved it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Max, but I don't have any plans on bringing it back. To just be blunt, to just be front and center. I don't think it would do well. I just don't think it would do anything. Yeah, but I appreciate it. I appreciate all your support that you gave, and I remember you used to come in and comment on the stadiums, like the Blue Sox stadiums and stuff, and yeah. Do I remember where Strongman went? We can find out. I believe there's a player. Yeah, so let's see. Strongman. He's not in here? Did we rename him? We must have renamed him. Or was this a player that you submitted through like channel points or something, Tom? Because I don't have it. He's not in here. Yep, there's nothing there. So we can talk about that through DM, but yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for the draft. It's going to do it for pretty much the video. Let's go ahead and simulate till June 30th. I think I said I wanted to get to the trade deadline, but I think I'm going to do that next stream. Just because we're kind of running up on about 2 hours right now, 2.5 hour stream. I think that's pretty much going to do it. Now, I don't want to lose any of the progress that we did, so. Nope, not sliders. What the fuck was that? I'm not saving sliders. Saving franchise. Jeez. Wake up, Doug. Okay. We'll save this baby up. And we'll go ahead and simulate. This is a very important month for us. So hopefully this works out. Fernando Montano is hurt. 1 to 2 weeks. We'll keep him active. We got to rattle off some wins here, boys. We're 44. We're 45 and 34, it looks like. All right, Derek Thayer. Keep him active. Simulate that. So we're going to enter July with a 47 and 38 record. We've got the Blue Jays, the Cardinals that are just a couple games over 500. We got the Phillies under 500. San Diego looks to be a really tough test for us in this series. I think this is where I want to get to for next stream. So we'll simulate all the way up here. We'll play this game. These other teams that we're playing against here in this month really don't pose really a threat to us with their record, at least. They could get hot. It's baseball. The Brewers, we get a 2-game set. Might be able to play that game too. We'll get to the trade deadline. We might be able to pull off some trades, get us a little bit better. We're currently back 2 games from the Brewers. That's going to be a really big series. And while I'm at it, let's just go ahead and simulate all the way to that San Diego series. Kind of get an idea where we're at. So we're 53 and 41. San Diego's 10 games better than us. And we're currently tied with the Brewers for first place. That's pretty interesting. Look at the Reds, how they've fallen off. 2 and 8 last 10. They're 34 and 62. I really thought that they would have been making a push this year, maybe next year. They got a lot of young pieces. But that's going to do it for the episode, guys. I'll go over like a stats update right before we get into this game, and should be a fun stream. If we have anybody in the Home Run Derby, which I doubt we do, or the All-Star game, maybe we can mess around with that a little bit. But yeah, fun stream tonight, guys. Thank you for joining in, and I appreciate you guys' viewership and your continued involvement in the content, and the support is unreal. I appreciate every one of you guys, but that's going to do it for tonight. That's going to be it. So leave a like on the video if you like this thing, and I will see you guys next Tuesday for more Cubs live stream action. And like I said, that we're going to do basically a July extravaganza. We'll do some trades. We'll play against some of the top teams in the National League and see kind of how we stack up. Last couple games, I've gone 0-2. So I've lost a playoff game, and we got shellacked in opening day. So yeah, so the new slider set is not making the game super easy for me. So I do like the challenge, but so we'll have some fun in the stream next Tuesday. Just as far as content goes, moving forward through the week, tomorrow I got a little special something for you guys that I don't think a lot of you guys know about. So just be on the lookout for that. That's going to be something new to the channel. So hope you guys are really excited about that. And then Thursday will be more Saints. Friday off, Saturday Cajun 6 and Team Builder. That's what we're going to try to do. No guarantees on either of those. This week has been very, very hectic. So, but I am going to try to get those college football videos posted on Saturday. Sunday's nothing. Just another channel points update. And that's it. So then we'll just recycle the rest of the week forward. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching. And peace.